Are you ready for the SEO event of the year 2025? On May 22nd, 2025, the brightest minds in SEO will gather in the heart of Helsinki, Finland at the Clarion Hotel for the biggest SEO conference in Scandinavia, Nordic SEO Summit. One day, 10 international top speakers, 100% SEO and no sales pitches. Hear from the best, including Jutta Lehtinen, Annika Hardaya, Bastian Grimm, Martin Splitt, Stefan Zisch and myself. Learn from the pros and take your SEO game to the next level. Get your tickets now, starting at just 399 euros with early bird special. And there's more to it. The Lufthansa Group is official partner airline offering exclusive discounts on flights from Germany. So what are you waiting for? Head to NordicSEOs.com and be part of the future of SEO. Nordic SEO Summit, the event you can't afford to miss. Tickets available now at NordicSEOs.com. Be there! Hello and welcome to another English episode of the SEO Presso podcast. My name is Björn Darko and today I'm speaking to Jutta Lehtinen, CEO and founder of SEO Academia, where she is concentrating on SEO training and coaching and education for SEOs. She's from Turk in Finland, and both of us are speaking May 25 on the Nordic SEO Summit, the biggest SEO and search conference in Scandinavia. Looking forward to this one. Today we're talking about coaching and training for SEOs. Welcome, Jutta, to the SEO Presso podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and I said it in the beginning, I've never had such a topic on the podcast. Most of the time we speak about nerdy things and we speak about technical things, but we never talk about how SEOs can be developed, can be coached, and also can learn on top of what they already know. So let us start with a question that talks about the gaps in knowledge that are out there. When coaching SEO professionals on your side, what are the most common gaps in knowledge or skills you come across? How do you help them to bridge those gaps?
Yeah, that is a really good question. Our clients are usually marketing professionals, so they have some knowledge of what SEO is, but they don't know how to do it. And I think the most common problem for many marketers is that they know this and that about SEO, but as we know, SEO can contain tens of even hundreds different kind of details what we are doing in our projects. And I think the biggest problem is that they know okay, there are keywords, there are there are the page loading, there are this thing and this thing and this thing, but they don't know what are the practices that really move the needle. The hierarchy is really unclear, and also the kind of process, in what order should we do SEO. So for many, the problem is that they know something, and they even they might have been doing kind of SEO, but it's usually kind of, I always say it's like hustling on the side. You just don't do any kind of analysis, where we are now, what is the current situation, what is the current visibility. They don't do anything like keyword research or audits. They just go straight to the website and do something, and then they wait for the results, and then they're like, what is not nothing's happening. So I think it's the process and the hierarchy of the practices we are doing. Those are the main problems with our clients usually when they come to us and ask for help. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, because it can be overwhelming, especially in the beginning. If you start as an SEO, right, there are so many things. Content is important, meta titles is important, keywords are important, technical things are important, and really identifying, as you said, what is the biggest needle mover, and then prioritizing all those things is something that SEOs definitely in the beginning have to learn, right? So what are the methodologies or the techniques? How do you teach them to bridge those gaps and do the prioritization and also the evaluation to determine what is the most important thing now to run after?
Yeah. So we have this coaching program which lasts for 12 weeks. Just some background for that. I have been like SEO entrepreneur for over 7 years now, and I have always I have done my own SEO clients mainly, like before in the early years, but I have always like given SEO, like these short SEO trainings for different kind of clients as well. And the problem always was that if you really want to learn SEO, you cannot do it like in 2 hour training or even a day training that lasts for a day or two. You have to have something like because the main thing I always say is that you have to have like a playground website. You have to have the concrete website where you practice, because you cannot learn anything just on a theory level. So basically we have this 12 week program, which I concepted like my concept, and that was something like no one was doing in Finland at the time. And I have developed my like kind of an own blueprint or process and method of doing SEO, and also like kind of a method of being an SEO entrepreneur, because we just don't teach how to do SEO, but we also teach how to be an SEO entrepreneur, because it is just not enough to know how to do SEO. You have to sell it, you have to productize it, you have to market it. And the client work is also like essential how you do it in order to have long lasting customerships, etc. So we have this process. We teach our clients how to do the stuff like in the beginning, and we have like 8-ish steps for the SEO process, and we have materials for our clients they can watch and read. And then they have their own website they are optimizing at the same time when they move from the step to another. And we offer them like a continuing support. So when you are learning and when you're doing the work on the site, you can always, because when you're doing the first optimization project, you have like million questions, even though you have the materials, you have everything, but there's always like really specific situations that you face. So we have a coaching team who help our clients like from like every day from Monday to Thursday with all of their problems when it comes to SEO, the practices, or the productizing the service, or like basically anything. So we offer the continuing support for them as well. And that is kind of this our funnel they go through in 12 weeks. And at the end of the funnel, they really know quite well how to do SEO. Many of them have, even got really good results in Google already. Many of them have had like their first clients already, just like in few weeks. So yeah, that is our model.
Within this program, do you have like specific frameworks for specific use cases that they can use in order to let's take the use case from the beginning again to identify now for this particular website they're working for the most important thing that they need to look at now? Like, do you have frameworks to evaluate, to measure, and then also to focus or prioritize on this?
Yeah, absolutely. We have like frameworks for like every step of the way. we have this like basic process of doing SEO. What are like the first steps when you start the project, and what you should like ask for the client, and what kind of analysis you should do before starting the work on the site, auditing the site and checking the visibility and doing the keyword research and analysis and whole strategy and every that kind of stuff. And then we have like frameworks for every step, like when we go forward that process. But we also have like specific frameworks for like and like practices for example e-commerce, that these kind of things are usually problem with e-commerce side. And of course, like when we are renewing a website, there is like we have our own process of checking, kind of a checklist what you should check when you are renewing your website, or like changing domains and stuff like that. And so we have like lots of checklist frameworks like in every situation. And we also have like a weekly live sessions where I and our coaching team we answer our clients' question. And there are also, because there are so many, as like every SEO project is different, so there are always something like really unique you are working, even though the thought in the process with each is that there is this like a, how do you say it, like a there is this basic process that go through almost every SEO work when you begin to do the work. But there are so many like unique things as well. So we try to discuss them in our live sessions and like but also like we use Slack for the communication with the coaches and clients, so they can have also the really specific advices from us if there isn't like materials for something for some reason they are working on. So like it depends.
Yeah, cool, very cool. And now, I mean, we are now in a time where SEO is actually, being disrupted most probably the first time, right? I mean, also in the past, it was constantly evolving, right? And so if you have like this 12-month program, for example, you might have prepared everything already, but there might be changes on the way, right? So, and also like especially when you're new in SEO and so many things change at the same time, like how do you guide those SEOs also staying ahead of the industry changes, and what kind of strategies have proven most effective for continuous learning from your side?
Yeah. That is a good question. We actually have our own module when they are like finishing the program. We have our own module how to stay on top of the news, and how to keep your knowledge base, like what kind of newsletters you should like maybe order, and who you should follow on socials, and what kind of news you should read, and etc. This like basic stuff, how to know what is happening. But I think that like the basic stuff, when it comes to user experience, when it comes to quality, when it comes to content, technical SEO, offsite SEO, I think there are like the basic, like the really basic elements of those areas are quite like firm. I feel them like quite firm. But how would I always like use this analogy that we have this house, and I don't know. I think and the basics are like the, how would you say, like the
technical setup are the basics, the foundation, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what the word would be in English, but the technical setup of the house, and all that, like the changes and algorithm updates and stuff are like the color of the paints, or like the shape of the window. But the basics are like the the things that don't change that much, and that is something that I think that the basics will stay quite long as the same. But at the same time, of course, we are updating our materials all the time. We are when something big happens, we are talking about that for our clients as well. And I think the most the most important thing we can teach them is to be how to be active, active kind of information. How would you say it? Like how you actively look at the field and read the news and be part of communities and discussions, and be active and implement and try and have this kind of mindset. I think that the most important mindset is that what makes I think what makes the whole field so interesting. I never get bored to SEO because of the change happening all the time. So that is like the that is the first words I say in our introduction for our clients, that the only thing that is like something you can trust on is that the field is changing all the time. So be prepared. You cannot just lie down and say like I don't have to learn anything more. You are learning all the time. And even though I have been doing SEO almost like 15 years, and I am not even near ready, and I don't even suppose that any of us could be like ready, so that I don't have to learn anymore, like anything, So that is mindset we teach also for our clients.
Absolutely love what you're saying, and that's absolutely true. And I think when I hire people, right, and there might be junior, right, there might be not that experience in SEO, but when I see they have a passion for the topic, right, then for me this is already 90%, right, because I know they have the mindset to constantly look up for podcasts, to read that articles, to go to a conference, to share news and stuff, and really diving into the topic. And that's for me the most important thing, because as you said, of course, technical things doesn't change that much, right? I love the analogy with the house, but the interior and the updates and stuff change all the time. So you have to be constantly ready, but you can only be ready if you're passionate for the topic and read through it and constantly learn. And I absolutely love what you said there. You also kind of a bridge for my next topic. It's like mindset, right? We said mindset is really important. Now, looking at, the toolbox that you teach, right? Okay, how do you analyze X? How do you go with Y? How do you prioritize? How do you measure and stuff like that? Now, of course, you can have the toolbox. You can be a good craftsman or good craftswoman, right? But there's a difference when you work in an, bigger kind of company, right? And there's a mindset that you have to have that is not too nerdy and not, you just work on SEO being isolated and stuff. How do you teach a mindset in a corporate world? So where you need to deal with stakeholders, where you need to, report up to the chain, right? Report to executives, report to stakeholders, and convince them also, and get resources and collaborate and stuff. Like that's also something that a lot of SEOs fail sometimes, right? And I think they need to be educated and they need to have coaching on that to deal with this kind of situation. What's your approach on this one?
Yeah, I love that you brought this topic because I really this is something I've been also thinking about quite a lot. So first of all, I always say that we never shouldn't do SEO in a bubble. When we are doing the SEO strategy and when we are deciding of the goals, we always have to reflect what are the marketing goals, and above all, what are the goals of the whole business, because so many times we just do, start doing SEO for the whole site, even knowing what kind of like product category, what kind of categories they would like need to sell more or stuff like that. So that is the first thing, that we have to like break the bubble and be able to discuss the business side of things as well. So we also, I think, the better we know the business, the better we are able to do the SEO work and our work as well. And I think the big part and also kind of a big challenge, which has been in our field, is that we SEOs, we aren't that good always in communication skills. So the fact is that if we are like working as an entrepreneur or like in-house SEO, our ways of reporting is usually that we, send like Excels to someone, and we don't like explain anything about the results. So we like forgot that they are not like SEO experts. They don't know what everything means. They don't know if it's good thing. They don't know even like what is like SERP. They don't have a clue. So we should always like, when we are reporting, when we are discussing, when we are communicating our work and its results, was it a client or like our superior or stakeholders or like anyone, we should think and remember that they're not like SEO professionals, and how can I translate the results in the language that they use and they understand. And of course, their point of view is that how does this, bring money to us? They don't care if some keyword is on like position 2 or 3, or they don't even they don't care about that. They care how it will bring the money, how it will bring revenue, or whatever the goals are. So I think that is something we often like forget, that we have to learn also how we should communicate our work and what kind of like language we should use. Because also many of us who are from our background is more in a technical SEO. If we tell our client that there is something wrong with the robots.txt, he doesn't, that we really should fix the robots.txt, that it's like full of, and he doesn't have a clue what we are talking about. So so we have to forget the technical jargon, and I hate it when we use it like for people who doesn't understand SEO, because it's just it would be like same that you would speak like Japanese to your like clients. So yeah, those are the skills, especially for if you're an entrepreneur. It is so important that you have like communicating skills, so you could have like longer clients, that the clients would stay and they would like understand the results your work is. Yeah.
100%, and I love the examples that you brought up, because I think this is something that SEOs often overlook, right? So of course you can have the biggest skill set in technical SEO, how to write your content, etc. But what they often overlook is to do the storytelling, like to transition because for most companies it's like, okay, the SEOs do something for the bot, they do something for Google, but transitioning this into, okay, actually it's good for the user, and do the storytelling, right? Do the storytelling. Why is that good? Why is a robots text good for a user? Because then they just get the quality pages in the index that they were looking for, and not all the garbage that is out there that most probably is just technical or duplicate and stuff like that, right? So really transitioning this into storytelling is also, from my side, something that is overlooked and underestimated in the role of an SEO, especially in-house, but also in an agency, right? You also have to talk to your clients, right? They hired you because they don't understand the topic topic at all, right? And so if you come with the SEO language, that's as if they have been hiring a Japanese company at the end of the day, because you tell them stuff that they don't understand, and they pay you for bringing value to them and fixing things, and explain that to them. Especially for beginners in SEO, right? You do all your stuff, right? You have that sophisticated keyword strategy. You created all that content. Your technical SEO is top notch, and then suddenly there's a Google update, and you drop overnight in rankings, and your visibility, and also the traffic drops, right? And so I think that can be a hard time, especially for somebody that most probably is new as an SEO manager in a company. Do you coach or teach also how to deal with those kind of fails, with those kind of situations where not everything goes well, and you have to steer through those crises and uncertainties?
Yeah, absolutely. That is something. I think this is also kind of mindset thing as well, which we cover also with our clients and in our lives. That is part of the game, and that is just something you should get used to it. And I think that I always say to our clients that please don't panic, because when you panic, you might do something that you regret later. So please don't panic, because algorithm updates, they're not going to end. They will continue coming, and just breathe, take a step back, and like read the news, and like stay calm, and of course, when also the results usually build up not that fast, SEO takes time. So we have to be patient. We have to have patience. So also when like things are not going that well, and or the positions all of a sudden drop or something, then I think the most important thing to remember is not to panic, and like stay calm, even wait for like few days and even weeks, and like see how it like folds out, and what happens, and then like just I think and then just try to figure out what happened, and take it like slow, and try to build it again, because I think that is also mindset thing in a way that it is part of our job as well, that things don't go well. And also I think that we should have this kind of a growth hacking mindset in SEO as well. Reflect, like always reflecting the results. What happened? What did I do? Okay, this didn't play well. Google didn't like this, so then I won't be doing this anymore. Just reflect and have the growth mindset, and remember that always when we fail, we learn, and there's there is always space for more experienced SEOs to learn as well. And also more experienced SEOs, they also make mistakes, make like wrong decisions. And at the time when we are like making the decisions, we maybe we might think that they are like good decisions, but then they are not. But that is just the way it is. So yeah, I think we just shouldn't be panicking that much.
Yeah, and sometimes I always take those opportunities, right, to push my agenda through, right? Because sometimes you have all your initiatives, the backlog is full of ideas that you want to implement that could be the next level. Okay, you failed to communicate the value of it, and so product managers and also people responsible for the roadmap didn't implement it and stuff like that, right? So you have a sudden drop, right? And as you said, don't panic, analyze, and come up with a suggestion how to fix it, right? And then you take all the top 5 initiatives that are in those backlog, and you push it through and say, okay, let's fix this, and then it will come back. I think it's a good opportunity. So taking it as positive, right? So it's a good opportunity to say, I said so, right? we wanted to have that implemented. We could have avoided this, but if we fix it now, then let's wait, worst case, until the next update, but then we should go up again.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is why is also, I think it's really good that if like every SEO would have like his or her own like these playground sites where you can you know experiment even more, or like take like even bigger risks when it's not like anyone else's business you are dealing with. So that is why it's really good to have also those sites that you can like do the radical stuff and test with those sites, and then implement them your practices maybe later when you see if they work or not.
Absolutely. Jutta, last question. But like, if I imagine like a teacher at school, right? They always have like their favorite, pupils, right? Their favorite kids, their favorite boys, their favorite girls. They learn fast, they are smart, etc. So they're always like the bad ones, the okayish ones, and then the best ones, right? Can you share a story of an SEO expert you coach who achieved a major breakthrough or really good results after applying your guidance? And can you elaborate on the key levers, what helped them?
This is if you would ask this question for a teacher, she or he wouldn't maybe name would say like every student is really good and everything. And now, because I honestly have to say that we have so many like great stories. We are trying to also have the stories in our websites, but there are like many clients who have like had massive results. They have like done massive results in Google, and both in Google and also in their businesses. They have like many of them have doubled their revenue, even tripled their revenue because of they have had the valuable SEO service as their service. But I think one of the first, and maybe I remember her so well because she was the one of our first clients. She was really amazing. She had this website in the field of knitting, and knitting. I don't know that much about that field, but yeah. And during our program, she optimized the site to be like it ranked like, I don't even remember, like with dozens of keywords that were really like high volume keywords, and at the end of the program, and it was really fast, that was amazing because it just took like few weeks, and at the end of the program the site was on top of Google with any keyword you can imagine in that field. It was amazing, and the organic traffic like blew out. It was all the like graphs and everything was like it was just amazing, and it also like brought so much. It was for her. It was also for her like really big deal, but it was also for me like a proof that our method and our program is really working, And also she got like many SEO clients really fast. She made like big deals for like thousands of euros for SEO projects. And then like few months, maybe a year later, she sent me a message that that I don't know, that I haven't been sure if I that I'm not sure if I'm like a kind of a girl who wants to be an entrepreneur, that I have been thinking that maybe I should go, in some agency. And just like few days after that, she didn't even apply any job, but she was headhunted in this agency, in this really good SEO, under really good like SEO job. And now she's working this agency and like developing their SEO services there and having like this career in agency. But she basically did everything you can you can do with the site, with the clients. She had all the clients. She did all the big deals with the clients. And then she decided that maybe I don't want to be an entrepreneur anymore. And then she was headhunted, via LinkedIn to this agency. And now she's living her best life doing SEO as her main work. And she always sent me a message that Jutta, you really, you changed everything. This program changed everything for me. And and she's, really passionate about the topic. So I'm just so happy every time I think of her, because it is so, it's so crazy that the feeling, that you can really change people's lives. And that is not the only story that many of our clients have been selling the same story, that this really, I didn't know that SEO would be so huge part of my life, and it would change everything so big. It's so huge. And I'm so happy to see, that the spark in their eyes when they start talking about SEO and, everything. It's just beautiful. I love it.
What a beautiful story. Thank you so much, Jutta. I'm really looking forward to your talk at the Nordic SEO Summit in May in Helsinki. And thank you for tuning in. And we hear and see us again next week on the SEO Presso podcast. Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.